we've done all the learning we need to now. I think it's possibly time for our first full performance. Are you all ready for our first full performance? Yes, we've got big thumbs up. I'm going to unmute you for a very short time.
Absolutely.
Good. Get ready, please. You can, on your feet, if you like. This is not one for percussion. This is one for beautiful legato singing and beautiful harmonies. And does anybody? I want to ask a question before we start this. Has anybody been to Eriskay? Who has been to Eriskay? I'm hoping somebody would have been. Nobody's saying anything. Well, look. Here's the thing. Perhaps we should all go. When the restrictions are lifted, I reckon we all go wherever we're from. We'll meet at Eriskay and we'll sing this in Eriskay together. Yeah. Physical space. That's something to look forward to.
Wonderful idea.
Celia Hart, are you waving at me? Celia. I'm trying to unmute you, Celia. Can you unmute yourself?
I'm just saying that's a great idea and I can't wait.
Oh, no. Okay. That's good. I agree to that. So we're all going to meet in Eriskay to sing this. And then any folk song we sing, we'll have to meet at that very place. So I think there's a lot of flights going to go down next year. Anyway, well, here we go. Let's stand and sing Eriskay Love Lilt for the first time. And then we'll have some more chat. Mute all. Here we go.
Sad am I without thee, when I'm lonely, my heart, like the night o'er the sea. Thy love's light, my soul finds the old pathway to thee. Verme oro vano, verme oro vani, verme oro. Sad am I without thee. That the music of my heart, harp of joy, O cruce macri, moon of kindness by night, strength and light unto me. Verme oro vano, verme oro vani, verme oro. Sad am I without thee. Sad am I without thee.
Good. Right. Thank you very much. How'd you get on with that?
Good, thank you.
Good.
Lovely.
Really lovely.
So, before we'll sing that again one more time in a minute, and that'll be the last thing we do. So, anybody wants to ask anything or say anything to everybody, I'm going to Belinda Gannon. Belinda.
Sorry, can I just have a small question, really? I run a very small music for health and wellbeing choir in a tiny, tiny little town called Chelsea in West Sussex. And we get lots of your lovely arrangements for our little group.
Kind of you, thank you.
And we love it. We sing Pakari Kari and things like that. I've now opened up our little group, and I've opened up slightly bigger. Sorry, can you hear me all right?
Yeah, it's coming in and out, but keep going.
My question is, I want to make sure
Belinda,
that...
tell you what, hold on. I'm going to mute everybody else while you're speaking. Hold on.
Yeah, that's...
Okay, carry on, Belinda.
So my question is, I think I've purchased like 40 copies, let's say, of Pakari Kariana, right? So this is just looking at what we're at the moment.
Yes.
If I'm doing something now, but because of the nature of the beast of what's going on at the moment, I've opened up my group to people slightly wider.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
And I'm trying to work out. Obviously, I don't want to remotely upset anybody or do anything I shouldn't be doing. I just want to know the guidelines of
Very honest of you.
what songs I can sing and what songs I can't.
Well, I mean, we don't want to put restrictions on that necessarily. Things are very different these days. This is partly why we've opened this out, and we've let you only buy one copy each for this instance, and there's a trust there, isn't there, that you're not going to make 100 copies of each of these and then use them. So
I'm not charging. Everything I'm doing at the moment.
well, that's interesting. If you're not charging, then there's no cost you can charge. Well, in that case, I don't know. It's hard, isn't it? But I'm doing 3 choirs online now, and I am charging my choirs. I'm charging them less than I did because we're not meeting. I haven't got any higher costs. But there's still time and effort involved in preparing the sessions, and you'll be leading sessions, and they should be very grateful that you're doing that. So, in my view, there's no harm in asking them for some contribution, even voluntary contribution. There's another choir I run where, again, it's a voluntary contribution. Some of them are paying, some of them aren't.
That's what I run.
I'm not forcing anyone to pay, but I think people need to know that music costs money. Even music that's public domain, there's an arrangement that's been made.
I agree.
And you will know that we've now just opened up our new Hal Leonard section, and we were talking to Hal Leonard for 2 years about this. We wanted them to drop their price to £1 per copy, and they didn't. They met us in the middle somewhere. So we can't charge anything less than £1.50 a copy for what we do of their stuff. And I think people need to just realise that music does cost. And so if you are very generous and you're letting people come and sing music for nothing, maybe start a very small optional to start with, but maybe an optional charge for music. So if it's 50p or £1 each, then from your singers, then they're learning about music copyright, and they're also becoming ownership. There's an ownership of it there, and I think there's a bit more word. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
All my existing members, I've paid for the music, and that's that. Absolutely, I am an absolute advocate as a musician myself.
Yes,
I completely. I'm just trying to make sure, though, that let's say that now on Monday, my normal group, we all meet. We're doing a Facebook Live session.
Yes.
And I'd love to be able to sing All at Sea.
Lovely. Well,
now, I might have 10 people that are going to come in to the group.
Yes.
They won't have the music in front of them. They won't have the words. But I would like to still be able to sing that as a group.
Do you know about are you doing it on Zoom or Facebook?
Well, that's my question.
If you're on Zoom, there's another useful tool here, which is to share the screen. So if you have the one copy, watch this. I'm showing you something I did this morning. There, you see there's a round by the waters of Babylon, and everyone can see that.
Yep.
And we may do that another time. So that's a very useful thing. And anybody, even if someone else has got the music, you can make them a co-host and they can share the music.
Yeah.
So that's a very useful thing in Zoom.